Reate. These days, the Reate name is synonymous with extremely high-end, borderline gallery-quality knives. Knives to display, knives to show off, knives that are beautiful for beauty's sake. And now, don't get me wrong, pretty much everything Reate makes is built to take some serious abuse, and I'd pit them up against some of the other quote-unquote big hard-use name brands, but generally speaking, whether the knives can take the hits or not, they are in most cases so beautiful, so stunningly gorgeous, and so, well, pretty that most owners baby them or display them behind glass in a hermetically sealed environment. Oh, but this is a different kind of Reate. This is the Reate Knives K2 Worker, and I think the name, well, I think the name says it all, really. The Worker. The Worker. Now, the Reate K2 is available in a head-spinning amount of variations, and this video would be 20 minutes long if I walked you through all of them, but I leave it up to you to put those thumbs to good work and Google search Reate K2 and just sit and look in awe at all of the wonderful options available. This one, however, is most likely the one I would have if, you know, it were my money, which it is not, because this one was lent to me by the ever-generous Jason Grant, and if that name sounds familiar, well, you might know him as Brass Brigade, both here on YouTube and on Instagram. Go follow him because he just designed a knife himself, and holy balls, guys and gals, ooh, the Jason Grant gripper is something else. A full review coming soon. At any rate, the Reate K2 Worker here, it has looks that could actually kill. Heavily stonewashed titanium everywhere you look. The backspacer is this wildly gemmed and textured slab of, well, you guessed it, stonewashed titanium, and this full-sized / oversized full titanium frame lock is just overdone in all of the right ways. The pocket clip is this thick slab of milled titanium. Closed up, this thing, well, it's massive. It's enormous. But when you open it up, holy boys, holy opened up, we are met with this immensely sized and endlessly beautiful belt satin finish Tonto done up in M390, and I mean, if looks could kill, I'd be a dead man. Now, let me run some figures past you real quick. Just real fast. Yeah, I'm not a figures guy, but blade length, 3.9 inches. 3.9 inches. Overall length opened up, you ready for this? 8.9 inches long. Yeah, this thing is big as fuck, and I love every single inch of it. Now, this being the quote-unquote worker variant, there's nothing really that outwardly excites me about it, visually speaking. Big wild handles and a big gnarly Tonto blade and some big gnarly jimping, and that's about it. But I ain't lying when I say the looks are just the tip of the iceberg here. Moving on to the ergos, ergonomically, this thing is a dream. No matter the size of your hands, big or small, you've got all of the room in the world on this thing to get nice and comfortable. And thanks to those subtle yet functional ergonomic lines on the handle, a comfortable grip is really easy to find here. Choke up, choke back, hold it like a normal human or like a mall ninja, you will find yourself met with complete and utter comfort, no matter what. The handles are contoured ever so gently, and the big gnarly jimping I mentioned before ends up being soft and gentle as well in the palm. When you're using it, it just snuggles up there. The pocket clip might as well be made of Play-Doh, and all in all, I really can't get over how something this big and ridiculous just feels so right in my tiny baby boy hands. Ergos are top notch. Moving on to that ridiculous Tonto blade done up in M390. Just wow. I mean, the blade stock is as thick and as hardy as John Candy post-Thanksgiving dinner, simply meaning it ain't exactly dainty. But thanks to the insanely well-done hollow grind here, the final cutting edge is just stupid thin, and as far as sliciness goes, this thing took my expectations, ripped them in half, and then shoved them down my throat, and then nursed me back to health, kissing me on the forehead. It's insanely slicey, good enough for your most dainty and intricate daily cutting tasks, but rugged and durable enough to take down small trees and cut small children in half, and built well enough to replace your favorite machete. An immensely impressive slab of steel, and one that I both want to baby and put to work. And finally, the action. Well, this being Reate, no surprises here, but holy f***ing shitballs, I mean holy shitballs. The action is absurd. It's absurd. Flawlessly smooth and controlled on the open and on the close thanks to those buttery smooth Reate bearings. Now keep in mind this is a flipper and a flipper only, so no bonus points for fidget factor, but for what it is intended to be used as, God, I mean, wow. The detent is dialed in perfectly, borderline impossible to fail the flip, and the lock bar has tons of room to access. All in all, some undeniably insane action from a knife. I really never had any interest in this knife. Until now, I guess. It's insane. It's amazing. It really is amazing. So, where does all this leave me with the Reate K2 Worker and Stonewashed Titanium and M390? Well, no surprises here. Looking around the internet right now, I'm seeing this thing in stock all over the place. So it's a Reate you can buy, which is a good sign, especially for Reate. And at retail, you can expect to pay between $355 and $380 for this tank. And even at the high end of that price range, for sure, sign me up. You are absolutely getting every dime's worth of your money, every single penny. When Jason sent this along to me, I really wasn't that interested in ever checking one out, never really wanted to buy one. Visually speaking, it didn't do anything for me. It's kind of plain, kind of boring from the outside looking in, but having it in hand and using it over the past few weeks, I mean, it's night and day. I don't think I've ever had an opinion changed so fast in my entire life. Ever. This thing was definitely made to work, and work hard. And all the while, sweet Jesus, does this thing look amazing doing it. So until next time, thank you for watching. Bye-bye now.